The enemy's getting closer to victory.
Looks like I've got someone there. I'm going to stop and restart the stream to see if it picks up Facebook. Okay, but it looks as though there's one viewer, and it looks as though Facebook is now online, but without viewer. So there's two YouTube viewers. Good evening. So I was not getting Facebook connected a little while ago, but now at least it is telling me that it's connected just by doing a restart. So I haven't flown or streamed for probably well over a week, so let's just see what happens.
Hey there, stranger. Was starting to get worried about you.
Hello, General. Yeah, I've had some stuff. How you doing? Okay? By the way, this is not lager, okay, this is bitter. They just confirm that I'm transmitting, please, General. Yeah, Roger or something.
Five by 5.
Thank you, sir. Oh, well, to be expected, I suppose.
I'm bailing out.
Hit and run.
Yeah, I know. I'm a sucker for hanging on. I'll hit them to run on some boats, perhaps, with some rockets.
It's how we won the revolution.
Okay, I'll try and remember that one. I do like the blast that you see when bombs strike. Yes, really quite good in this.
DOD, you see my Simpit update number 2 video.
I don't think I did, sir. I'm not even sure where to find you now because you changed your name like the wind changes direction.
My thumb is too big for typing. LOL.
Roger that. The enemy don't seem to understand that I'm running and they're still hitting, okay? I'm not really sure about which boat I hit now. I think I know which one now, I think.
This is my channel. It's a secret.
Okay, I won't tell anyone. That's it, engine gone.
To the right wing!
I forgot to say this isn't just bitter, this is bitter from our local brewery, people that we know, so it's special. In fact, one of the guys in the brewery plays in Dan's band. I say Dan's band, I mean the band that he is a member of. Yeah, so I haven't streamed or even flown for a while, so This is really very much a sort of a suck it and see, just a test, and including live stream. Actually, I've got a CCTV camera software running as well, so that'll be taking some resource.
More guitar please. You're a really good picker guy.
Well, I haven't got many fingers to use actually for picking. It's normally just the thumb and the middle finger. So you might have seen that I'm working on another one anyway. So I'm working on Time in a Bottle, Jim Crochet. The late Jim Crochet, as of about 1973, which means that he departed this plane before I think his song was released, which wasn't intended to be a single apparently. It's supposed to be for an album, but I suppose because I don't know, he released it anyway. It was released before, just after he went, I think.
Oh yeah. Good sound.
Yeah, it was a good sound, but he had two guitars going there. There's something I hadn't realised initially, so I can't replicate that. Not with one guitar, but there are two guitars on the original, two guitars playing that, so I can sort of just try to emulate some of it. But some of the positions I have to get into with my non-bendy wrist really are awkward. Quite a struggle. Certain of the shapes I have to put on are really quite a struggle. And talking about guitar, you don't do so damn bad yourself either, sir, do you? Let's face it. I can't remember even the song now, but there was a song that you did that I remember watching and thinking, geez, that's really good. Really good. But it was a long time ago, and I forgot which song it was. Sorry. Close-up of guitar, not showing much of your boat race. Boat race, okay. You're a Cockney, aren't you? So you know what boat race is. Part of the challenge of doing that is remembering the words of the song, because I actually find it easier if I can put words with it, because as you're probably aware, the words then sort of tie the guitar together.
What's best race?
Not best race, boat race, as in two boats racing. But you obviously don't know what boat race is then, so I'll explain.
Boat race.
Yep. You know, Cockney, the Cockneys had their rhyming slang, didn't they? Like apples and pears, stairs. Boat race is face. So what I'm saying is, when I was watching your guitar piece, to my memory, it show your boat race, I think. Only does that when you say, because without it, I'm like this. With your helmet of glory. I very nearly went into FS 2020 tonight because I've just taken a download of an update of the Spitfire I have in FS 2020. And the possibility was that I'd go into 2020 to see how it works. It works okay, but what's it like when I'm also running streaming software? I wasn't sure, so I nearly went into that, but I went for the easy option and chose War Thunder.
Yeah. I've become very anti-social media. But not anti-friends. But very anti-YouTube.
Well, at least you're supporting me on YouTube, so that's nice.
More pressure on the enemy. They're winning.
So what's made you so very anti-YouTube then, General? By the way, if you want me to give a blast on FS 2020 in my Spit, just let me know and I'll give it a go.
The enemy has captured the airfield. We need to regain control of it immediately. We've lost, but next time, we'll win.
I've restarted this just in case that guy wants to fly, and then he can just carry on after I leave. Oh, it looks like he's handed over his aircraft to Theobald. Theodobald. So what do you think, General? Stick with War Thunder or go to 2020? Well, I'll start the engine anyway and see about taking off.
God, my leg. Returning to the base.
Yeah, I know I'm only talking to bots, but we're just testing voice attack.
We're losing.
I'd like to know what he says then. It sounds like moon rising, but I'm absolutely sure it won't be. Okay, Twitch viewer. I'm not sure what I'm going to do at this time. I could take off again, or I could go to a different sim. I was considering FS 2020. If you fancy seeing some FS 2020 in my spit, just stick something on the chat.
Hello.
Hello, Heavy. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How about you?
Yeah, hanging on. Haven't played for a while, haven't streamed for a while. Had things. I was considering loading up.
Hey.
I chickened out because FS 2020 tends to want to crash my machine sometimes. Hello, Matty.
Well, today my request to redo math in school was declined.
Ah, so what? So you had a fail in math and you wanted to redo it, and they said no. Is that what you're saying?
I needed math to have the 12th grade.
Right. So you didn't make it through that maths test or maths exam, so now you want to do it again, but they're saying no.
I failed math on the 11th grade, finished the 12th, and I wanted to repeat the 11th to have maths done. But they declined it.
Oh, that's a pity. So what happens now? What happens? Does that mean you don't go to 12? I don't know how that system works. Does that mean you can't yet go to 12?
If I just give up, it'll say I only have the 9th grade done, which sucks.
Ah, right. So what are you going to do now then? How will you overcome that?
I'll have to waste a year on a new class.
I see.
Maybe
Okay.
Spanish.
Oh, okay. So it makes up a difference of a year is the guts of it, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that's a pity. But not the end of the world.
I could be done for with school.
Done forward scores. How do you... What happens then? How... I don't understand. Sorry. Because I don't understand the system.
Gotta have a good Spanish exam and then I'll be on my way to the army.
This time the enemy has proven stronger. Withdraw.
So the army. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you'll get a good education there anyway. For nothing, I guess. Okay, folks, I'm looking for votes now. What do you folks fancy? Do you fancy carrying on here, or do you want me to do some FS 2020 in my spit, or even DCS? War Thunder, DCS, or FS 2020? What's the choice? I'm struggling to have enough.
DCS.
DCS, okay. Now you know that'll take me a second to swap over. I lose comms when I swap from War Thunder to DCS, but I'm happy to do that because I'm struggling to get the enthusiasm to just carry on with my own steam at the moment. So okay, you spoke, we listened. Let's get rid of this.
Seems good, seems good, seems good.
Okay. Okay, so I'm now going to come out of DCS. I will lose comms until I get fully back into DCS. If I tried to transmit on my way into DCS, it will probably cause a crash of the program. So I've got to hang on.
Going Alright, thumbs up sign.
Going out now. Roger that. Going out now. Back ASAP. Okay, it should be safe to speak now. I'm going to go into my mission, which is Lexor's mission that we fly when we go multiplayer. So, but I've got my copy of it. So rather than going multiplayer, because it might be 12 o'clock at night on that mission at the moment. I'll go into mine. Do you want me to talk through start up heavy, or you good with that? Just say start up or no? Okay, Heavy, I'm assuming you don't need to talk through because I didn't get a response on that. Maybe you didn't hear it. But if you want me to talk through start up, just give me a yes, otherwise don't worry. I'm just seeing if I'm going to get a response on something else at the moment before I start up. Although I could just, yeah, I could just start up. I've re-primed it because I realised I hadn't primed it at the point of or I hadn't turned on the fuel pump.
My dad came by.
Oh, was that? Okay then. Yeah, general. Okay. Hey, I'm just in DCS, as you can probably tell. Dad, okay. Yeah, I primed that twice. That's why there's so much flame coming out. I primed it twice. I primed it a second time because I hadn't turned the fuel pump on or opened the fuel plug, and I wasn't sure if it would have actually put anything in the engine, but clearly it did somehow. By the way, KK, General, I've made a slight change in as much. Hold on, I've made a slight change in as much as I've set up a button that pauses track IR. Yeah,
it does every time.
It does look nice, but it doesn't start. It's so flooded, it doesn't start. Sometimes when it's flaming like that. Anyway, yeah, I've added a button that freezes track IR as long as you've got the button held. So rather than like you're trying to hover over something and your head's moving, so it's difficult to hover over it, I hit that button and it locks it. It won't at the moment because I'm talking, and that prevents me from doing stuff, but it locks it in that position so that I can then do what I want to do without it jumping all over the place. And I probably should put my earbuds in. I've got speakers on at the moment. So bear with me a second, I'm going to close the door. Well, no, I don't need to. I'm going to turn my speaker off. I'll put my earbuds in. And blimey, they're tangled up because I haven't used them for a while. Yeah, I haven't sort of flown or streamed very much over the past couple of weeks really. Been working on guitar a bit though. Okay, so I'm gonna taxi. I'm not gonna ask permission. I'm just gonna do it because I'm a rebel. Well,
The opening riff is a must for that song. After that, wing it. It'll be great.
I'll work on it, but it is a struggle, Camp General. I mean, some of those bits are really difficult to get without causing a bum note on, say, you know, your E string, because my index finger, like the pad of the index finger down there, if you're looking at the inset, that pad is going to want to touch the E string when I'm trying to reach across with a wrist that doesn't bend. So there are bits that are going to be a struggle. So I have to actually change my body position on the fly as I'm playing sometimes. And I was getting an echo as well, I don't know why. Yeah, when
Yes. That song is hard for sure. But worth the challenge.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's going to be worth the challenge, and I have got somewhere. I mean, if you were to see, I'd be ashamed to give you the link of 8 minutes of me fighting and struggling and getting frustrated, trying to play it when it was even worse than the last upload that I did. So it's been a struggle and it's been a challenge. But If was also a similar thing. Getting certain parts of If. I think this one is worse, but getting certain parts of If were very awkward for me because of the wrist. I'll get there one way or another. Also, bear in mind that on Time in a Bottle, when you listen to the Jim Croce, the original version, there's 2 guitars on there.
You'll find the niche.
Maybe I will find the niche, I hope so. But yeah, there's 2 guitars on that, so there's no way I can replicate that with one guitar and a wrist that doesn't bend. It's not going to happen. But maybe I'll get close enough to it. If I do, I'll upload it properly, you know, the whole thing. But I have done a version that's got some vocals on it, just the verse, intro and verse, that's all, just as a progress report for someone that I've been speaking to on Facebook who asked me about whether I did that. I said, well, I don't, but do you want me to? And she came back with a resounding yes. So that committed me to pick the guitar up again, which I hadn't for a few months.
You could see how other single players are doing it for ideas.
Yeah, I can. I think I want to see if I can see how I go with it, because when I did If, it's going to sound like I'm blowing my trumpet, but when I did If, I feel as though I improved on what I was seeing on YouTube, etc. Because what I was seeing on YouTube, they were playing like the first and second strings, but because of their fingering, they were the same note. So you hit the same note twice, exactly the same note twice on two different strings, and that to me doesn't feel best.
It was awesome.
Thank you very much, sir. But that didn't seem best to be hitting two strings of the same note, so I had to work my way around that and fiddle and find, and I got it so that there are no duplications of notes, and that I was quite happy with. I think I'm ready to taxi.
It was record good in my opinion.
Well, that's very kind of you, sir. We'll have to agree to disagree on that one. But it was okay. My main thing about that was that when you consider I didn't think I'd ever play again, for 15 years I didn't think I'd ever play again, and then I picked up my guitar in desperation almost and worked on that one and actually got it to a point where I was okay to upload it. That was, for me, that was major. You know, the fact that I was able to get to that point and feel okay to upload it. So, General, I'm not sure. Have you perhaps seen my latest progress report then on time in a bottle? Have you seen that? It sounds as though you might have done.
It was so good. It's in my playlist.
Wow, thank you. That I do take as a true compliment from yourself. Thank you, sir. I suppose you're a bit biased though, aren't you, General? Because very often stuff done by our mates, and I hope I can consider myself a mate, is likely to end up in your playlist, even if it isn't really that good, just because we're mates. And I want you in that spit flying with me sometime, General.
No, haven't seen it. But based your sound and picking on if, I already know it's going to be good when find the niche.
Okay, well, if you go to my YouTube channel and look at the playlist, it's the second one on the playlist. It's the one after if. I've just recently uploaded it, and it's for someone else that I uploaded it, but you're welcome to take a look if you'd like to. And it really is kind of the beginnings. Yeah, so obviously that's in my me and my guitar playlist.
Okay.
As I said, bear in mind that the original version by Jim Crochet is 2 guitars. There's no way I can replicate that.
Yeah, I knew you were a top-notch bassist. But TJE guitar picking blew me away. And it does make sense if you were finger player on bass.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I was finger playing on bass, but there's no way that I would describe myself anything other than a beginner on bass. So I wouldn't describe myself as top notch. When I was working in the band, I played bass and I did vocals, but I wasn't a bassist and I wasn't a vocalist. I just enjoyed doing both. So that's the whole thing about it. I enjoyed what I call singing between the fingers. When you're doing bass, you're often singing probably more between the fingers than if you're playing, say, lead or rhythm. Well, if you're playing a lead, you're probably not. That'll be totally different. But playing rhythm, you could easily be singing on beats and things. But when you're playing bass, you're often playing between your singing between your fingers.
Wow, definition of humble. LOL.
Well, truthful, I think, is the right word. Okay, let's see if I can straighten this view a little bit. That'll do. I think I'll see about taking off now.
I've been flying my chopper on channel map some.
Chopper on the channel. Okay. So are you still unstable? You need to if so, you need to discuss with Laxor about having the ability to quickly swap between the two, so you can go to beta and join us.
The Crimean map runs better, I think.
I haven't got that much experience to know.
I'm actually doing projects so I can get a Komodo helicopter cyclic and pay off Dell so I can upgrade.
I'll have to read that one in a second, General. Hold on. I heard it, but I didn't catch it properly. I'll have to read it. Okay, they're all done. I'll have a little read. Hold on. Doing projects. What projects? How do you know? Oh, that wasn't a bad run. 4 of them. Normally I only get 1 or 2 on when I'm doing those.
DCS supports the force feedback I want now, so I'm looking at that also.
Ah, okay, yeah, force feedback. I suppose it'd be nice, but hang on. I thought you had one of these. I thought you had a warthog. That doesn't support force feedback, does it? So either I'm wrong or you're going to get something else.
Hello, sir.
Hello guys, how you doing? I'm not sure if I caught the right button in, but I said hello guys, how you doing? I might have pushed my voice to text button instead of I pushed it to.
The force feedback stick base I'm looking at can be used with my Warthog grip and extension.
Well, I don't understand that because I thought that the stick had to have little motors in it to act as the force feedback, but surely my Warthog doesn't have that, does it? Or is it because you've got the extension?
through the force feedback. No, it's a different base.
Oh, I see. Okay. You sound more normal now because I was getting echo because I realised afterwards I still have my speakers on even though I've got my earbuds in. That's where I was getting like an echo sort of sound.
Put the Warthog grip on the burner base.
Oh, okay. I didn't realise there was such a situation you could achieve it, so that's interesting. Yeah, interesting. Although I think a new graphics card is going to precede that idea. Yeah, so I'm looking at a 3060 card.
$1,200.
What for the force feedback?
Or the base.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's an awful lot of what's it? Hershey bars, isn't it? Okay, I think I'm going to land. I've got all those ground units. I'm happy with that. So I'm going to land.
Saving money by using Warthog and extension I have will be perfect.
Yeah, well, if $1,200 is saving money, that's okay. Yeah, all right.
I want it as real as possible so I blow the instructor's mind when I go for a helicopter lesson LOL. Seriously thinking about it.
Good plan. Our track IR has gone completely wild. I'm all over the place. It's not giving me the view I need at all. managed to get down without crashing the plane, but oh no, hang on a minute. Is that because of my view or because I've busted a... Let's just send... Well, perhaps it's okay. Let's jump out and take a look at the gear. Ah, it looks like yeah, I've blown a tyre. Not surprising. It's like I was flying sort of like that from track IR.
But, money. That's why I'm busy doing a life upgrade. LOL.
So that'll be your projects that you're talking about then. So I've got to get repaired anyway.
Request repair.
What happens in
Copy.
Kentucky stays in Kentucky, LOL.
Okay, I don't quite understand that one, but okay.
Hello.
Hello M16. Certainly don't recognise that name, so I suspect this is the first time you've watched my stream.
Yep, just followed.
Oh, well, thank you very much, M16. So, are you a flyer or a tanker, or do you do shoot 'em ups, or you just like to view? Or all of the above? This is DCS, by the way, M16. And this, of course, is a Spitfire.
Request refueling.
Most
Request
beautiful,
rearming.
most beautiful aircraft on the planet,
Copy.
as far as I'm concerned. Will never be equalled. I've blown the tyre on my last landing, look, because my track IR was a bit all over the place like this, and I found it difficult to judge everything.
Refueling complete.
I'm a jack of all trades, but I love to fly. All I need is my Corsair and I'm happy.
A Corsair, so that sounds like you must be in War Thunder then on that one, because I don't think it exists in DCS, does it? Incidentally, on the side there is General. The General. He's an old flying partner of mine. Well, we've flown a lot in War Thunder together in the past, and he speaks very good Cockney.
Another Corsair guy. Good.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking there, General. Like I say, that has to be War Thunder, doesn't it? It's not in here, is it? It's not. Doesn't exist in DCS, does it?
I can look.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
DCS Corsair is coming out.
Well, that'll be good. But I want a Hurricane in DCS before anything else. I want a Hurricane, but I will be looking at the Mosquito when they get that ready. M16, whereabouts on the planet are you? Are you sort of US or what? I mean, judging by the time you joined this stream, you could easily be in the USA.
No P38. LOL. USA, but moving to Germany to be with my girlfriend soon.
Oh, that's nice. Are you in the forces, M16, or no? Is that why you're moving? Are you following your unit, or is it just that you're moving? How did you meet someone in Germany? Come on, how does that work if you're in the States? Sorry. And M16, perhaps you can just confirm that you normally fly War Thunder, not DCS, is that right? Or do you do both?
Well, I was planning on moving before I met her, but then I met her, so now I have a reason to get there sooner.
Well, that's really nice. I wish you well with it.
He likes strudel also. Awesome.
I like strudel, and I like what's the other one? Sauerkraut. And their sausages. And their bread.
I fly War Thunder but might try DCS.
DCS wants probably more computing power, M16, but it is way more realistic than War Thunder. And you can get into battles. There is the option to go into servers that you can join other players in battle. So there's that option as well. It hasn't got the same kind of player base as War Thunder would have, not for that kind of thing, but you can do it. And if you team up with people such as us, then you know it can be arranged. Normally I fly.
The Corsair is coming with a World War II carrier.
That'll be good. I want to say KK, but I'll say General.
Nice.
So I fly with Laxor. He's my number one son, and he lives 70 miles away. We fly out on Friday and Saturday usually, Friday and Saturday evenings. And it might be in DCS, it might be War Thunder. I also fly in FS 2020, but that has a bit of a habit of crashing my computer. I did try it earlier on and it seemed okay, but I wasn't streaming, so like the whole computer was dedicated to FS 2020.
Wait,
so
does this game have a Stuka?
I'm afraid not at the moment, not to my knowledge. 109s, 190s.
Maybe in about 3 months. I think.
What, for a Stuka you're saying, General? 3 months for a Stuka, yeah? And of course when we fly M16, when we fly out together, we use a comms, we use Discord for comms so that we can all speak real time and fly real time together.
But it will be early access. Corsair.
Oh, the Corsair, okay. I suppose I'd better take off rather than just sitting there talking. I'm all repaired, so I'll jump back in.
Nice.
It'll be a very quick startup because all I've got to do is push the buttons and flick my mixture lever forward and it should start, no issues. Crack the throttle.
The A7 Corsair is also in works.
I didn't
jet.
prime it. I didn't prime it. Also in work. A7 Corsair.
Even better.
Okay. Oh, I don't do jets though, so it wouldn't suit me. Right, we should start now. So once the engine is turning and sort of catching, yeah, once it turns and starts to catch, I will flick forward the
like this guy,
mixture
Bill.
lever.
LOL.
Yeah, you're gonna like him. Of course you are, because he he likes Corsairs. It's good to see him, M16. Maybe
Thanks.
we'll see more of you. And getting this bird in the air is less easy than it is in War Thunder, believe me. In War Thunder it's pretty easy. In this it's like a real spit. I'm going to just mention that for the sake of M16, when you take off in a Spitfire in this, because it's realistic, it's full stick back, full right aileron, throttle up to about 8 boost, and then gradually kick it up to 12, and as the nose drops and as you're hurtling along the runway and the nose is dropping, you're letting the stick come back basically to normal, and then you'll lift off, and then I'll adjust the trim so that I'm not fighting it. I'll adjust it to give some nose up trim. At the moment it's showing 1 division of nose up. I'm going to adjust that for takeoff to 1/3 of a division of nose down. I'll do that now, so I'll probably forget. Let's jump out and listen. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This knocks any jet into a cockpit.
Cordair is being made by Leatherneck Simulation. You Google it. Videos are available.
Well, I'll see it when it turns up here, and I might get it. I'm going to put myself on the centre of the runway. Once again for M16, I'm just to explain.
Wait till you
On a
see the
spit.
wings unfold. Yum.
Oh yeah, that'll be nice.
LOL.
Wings unfolding. On a spit, when you taxi or when you're driving around generally on the ground, the way you turn is you give it the rudder that you want to turn in and add some brake, that lever in the middle there. There are no toe brakes on a Spitfire. They are in War Thunder, but that's wrong. There are no toe brakes on a Spitfire. So you use this, the brake lever that you're seeing wiggling around, to apply braking to whichever wheel you want to apply braking to, and that's decided by which way you've got the rudder. To turn left, left rudder, add a bit of braking, it'll turn left, etc. So Spitfire, I'm going to give my quote that I love to give, and I think it's Mary Ellis who used to transport Spitfires around during the war, and she said, yeah, of the Spitfire, she said, yeah, she's a lady in the air, but she's a bitch on the ground. So I'm going to shut up now and leave you thinking about that. I'm not straight. Right, brake is fully on. Just doing a few checks. I've done my nose down. Okay, flaps are up, which is correct for taking off in a spit. So I'm going to give it a go now. Brake off. Stick back, full right aileron, away we go.
The rudder pedals are connected with the air brakes like that, yes.
Yeah, they just direct where the braking is going to go according to the rudder. I've adjusted my trim. When I landed, I should have put my prop pitch fully forward, and I didn't. I'm trying to read instead of flying. Hold on. Close the canopy. Hello, Lord Nat. I don't remember that name either, so you have to be a new viewer to this channel. Hello. Where are you from? Are you in the States once again? I imagine people joining him at this time are often from the States. Or did Lord Nat
Good old
come and go?
Montana Power Rooper, Sir Mad Power Rooper.
Hello, good old Montana. Once again, another name I don't recognise, so you must be a first-time viewer to my channel, I guess.
In Illinois. Yes, sir.
Oh right, so M16 is in Illinois. Lord Natus, whereabouts are you? I'm guessing the States. Yes, SR. Oh no, yes sir. Okay, so whereabouts? If you're in the States or wherever you are, my lord, whereabouts are you? Roughly.
Hot dog. A fellow American. Cool. Corsair anyone. LOL.
I tend to get people from the States coming on at this
Montana.
time of night.
Me.
Lord, oh, you're Montana. Okay. Well, we've got a couple of new people here tonight who I've never spoken to, and that's good because I haven't flown for a couple of weeks, so that's nice. So this is DCS. I'm flying a Spitfire LF Mark 9. Just a minute, I'll jump out and show you. I don't normally because you can't in theory. I'll attack those ground unit.
This awesome Bill. You're being invaded, LOL.
Yeah, I think that's from, that's from Twitch. Is it a raiding party maybe? Or just chance? I don't think I've got many there. Yeah, one's not many. And as you can see from the inset, folks, I have the
Let's
I'm
gang
using
up
the
on some
Warthog.
Me262S in some Corsairs peeps. Put some pints in the icebox, I'm on my way. LOL.
I've just had a pint. Yeah, so DCS Spitfire LF Mark 9, using a Warthog throttle and stick, rudder pedals and track IR with a Track Clip Pro, and voice attack when I need it to save me pushing buttons. I use voice attack. You new guys that are new to my channel, have you tried voice attack? I'll save it until I drink it. Yeah, so are you new folks that have just joined me? Are you
DCS
aware of
is the
voice
best
attack?
simulated version of 51p, in bars you're interested.
That's right, and DCS has a free P51 in the form of a TF-51 training fighter 51, and that's free. It's got no guns, but it's very good for flying, good for learning. It's really good. Yeah, so in case you missed that, do you guys know about voice attack?
Damn, is there a 51p with the 8 MGS on both wings?
There will be, you've got to buy it. Well, is it 8? I don't know about 8 on both wings, or between the wings maybe, yeah. But I'm not sure what versions are. The commander will be able to, the general will be able to help you better on that one. Because the general likes P51s. We'll say the TF51 is free, that's the point. So you can just go straight into DCS, get your P51.
In talking about the D30.
I don't know.
War version, yes. Trophy, congratulations. You've received 100 messages today with Restream chat. Okay, I'll try the free one.
Well, worth it. What do you use? Do you use a stick? That's another question. Stick, or are you keyboard and mouse, etc., or some other controller?
In controller, but I have to wait for the game to install. Is Summer Sale STRL on? I got a lot planes a few weeks ago.
Yeah, that's the thing that the general just said about sales. DCS is also always having sales, so
yes.
Look out for that.
Big install.
Yeah, you want to put DCS on at least a 250 gig drive. SSD ideally. I've lost where I am. Oh, there we are.
I guess get beta if want to fly with this guy, LOL.
Yeah, get the beta. Yeah, get the beta, and you can fly with myself and Laxor.
I have a 1 terabyte hard drive for my PC with RTX. Thanks Dad for building me a hella good PC.
Good old Dad. But ideally you want another drive. I mean that 1 terabyte is going to fill up. Hold on. So I would recommend a separate 250 gig SSD for DCS. I mean, try it on your other drive
yes.
first.
You're going to need it.
I think I've only got small caliber left now, so I don't think I can get that last tank. Oh, there's two of them. I'll go for one. But small caliber ain't going to do these. I'm out of small caliber as well. Okay, RTB.
Oh, I know, that's why he's getting me 2 more 3 terabytes for one of the upgrades he's getting me.
Excellent. And ideally a nice graphics card and a fast processor. All that kind of stuff is really good for DCS because it does want more than War Thunder wants. Okay, I'm going to land, open the cockpit. Fully fine, fully course, no, fully fine. So prop pitch is fully forward. I'll go straight in. Okay, I'm going to put my gear down in a second. I'll try and show it, but that's always a dangerous thing for me to do. Because I have to leave the cockpit to do that.
He made my PC able to handle some of the most intense game available like that.
I'll try and read that in a minute. M16, stand by. Flaps are down. In DCS you put your flaps down, the aircraft's going to nose down, not same as War Thunder. Ah, right, so he's got an interest then. Okay, stand by.
Don my big thumbs, LOL.
Okay, that could have been better, but it was okay. I'm roughly in the
Pop
centre.
goes the tyre.
I don't know if it did it? I don't think so. Let's have a look. Nope, tyre's good. I'm never that predictable on my landings, but that was okay.
Wow.
But remember, the Spitfire is bad on the ground. She's lovely in the air, but she's bad on the ground. She will go all over the place, and it's a struggle. You're fighting with the rudder pedals and the brake to keep her steady and straight. And it's easy, like it'll want to lean over to one side. It'll want to spin. She's a bitch on the ground. It's as simple as that.
BFB.
I assume that's meant BRB.
BRB, my bad.
Yeah, okay, got that. Actually, I might be the same because I might take a brief comfort break myself. I've had a pint already, and it's now starting to notice. I could leave it. I don't think I'll need repair. They haven't hit me. Wings look good. So I'll just get reloaded. Could do that with the engine running, and I'll nip up and take my brief comfort break.
Request refueling.
Right, whilst that's doing that,
Request rearming.
I'm going to nip upstairs. I'll be back soon.
Copy.
Refueling complete.
Foring up the chopper. TTFN.
Rearming complete.
Okay, I'm guessing that M16 is still there and the general has now gone. He's firing up his chopper, so he's in DCS in a different version. So there's the stable version and there's the beta. We use the beta because it has more of the updates. So if you'd like to use DCS and fly with us guys and talking to us on Discord, then there's the option. You can do that, but you need the beta version. I'm now going to use voice attack, hopefully, just to center my view. There we are, straight away. That worked. That's good. So if you're still there, M16, are you into voice attack? Do you know voice attack? Do you want to know about voice attack? It's a free program, free, and it's really good. Well, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it doesn't work, but for the most part, in general, it is good. A lot of it is getting the mic levels correct, because it doesn't like it when the mic is too quiet or too loud, and it'll flip out. But generally speaking, it's really good. That's assuming it's M16 that's still there. Of course, it might not be. Although M16 did say BRB, so maybe it's not B yet.
Sorry for cutting off, I had some electricity issues.
Oh, sorry to hear that, guys. Everything okay? I'm not sure how much time I'll be here. I'm just waiting to see if M16 gets back. But well, it's 20 past 12. I'm a bit tired, so I'm just going to see how it goes. I'm just going to sit and look and listen to my engine for a minute. In fact, I might.
Yeah, it happens a lot in summer for some reason, but with reported the problem and they fixed it.
Oh right. What? So you just lose all power to the house, or what?
For a part of the neighborhood, and this night happened for us.
Oh right. So it's not just yourselves then. It's a sounds like a substation goes funny, doesn't it? Yeah, I am really quite yawny and could easily nod off.
Yeah, sadly.
Well, it sounds like they fix it fairly quickly when it does happen, though.
Yeah, midweek Restream, sir. I guess you are testing out the controls to see if they are working fine.
Yeah, well, I hadn't planned to come to. I started off in War Thunder and then came to DCS. I hadn't planned to do either of those. My initial plan was to go into 2020, FS 2020. because I took an update. I got an email to say that there was an update to the Spitfire in 2020. So I got myself ready and started getting set up with the plan of actually going into 2020. But I didn't in the end. I chickened out because sometimes when I'm streaming anyway, 2020 can drop out. It can, like, the whole thing can crash and go silly on me. So I chickened out and I went for the easy option of War Thunder and then moved into DCS. Also been working on some guitar stuff as well.
Yup, I saw the upload. You sir have a great talent.
Oh, you've seen that? Oh, okay. And if you saw the whole thing, you'll appreciate that I was actually doing it kind of prompted by someone else I've been speaking to on Facebook. Sort of just speaking generally for like various things, but ended up, of course, with me, of course, ended up talking a bit of music, and she said, do you do Time in a Bottle? And I said, well, no, would you like me to? So she said, yeah. So that was good because it made me pick my guitar up, which I haven't done for about 3 months. So that was a good thing that happened. It sort of got me back onto guitar again. So I've got a lot of work to do on it still. I've only got an intro and a verse, but I'm working on the middle section, and hopefully I'll be able to stitch it all together and it'll be acceptable. If it is acceptable, then I'll upload the whole thing perhaps onto my onto a Facebook page. And the thing about that is that the original that I listened to get an idea of what it's all about is actually done on 2 guitars. So there's no way I can replicate that, so I can only get as close as I can, really. We'll see. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, well, that doesn't matter.
Muscle memory will do its thing.
Exactly.
You will get it back.
Yeah, but it's not just the muscle memory, it's also the physical restriction that I have from that left wrist, because the wrist doesn't bend. Even muscle memory, if it's good, I have to move, for certain bits of that, I have to move my whole body, shift it round so that I can get my fingers coming down on the strings, hitting only the strings that I want to hit without deadening the strings that I want to ring out. So, and that's all to do with the wrist business. So, you know, I'm not sure how well it's going to work. I'm getting by. I had a similar situation with the song If, similar to that, but I think this one is a bit more problematic in certain things that I need to play on it. I've even moved it up. I've moved it from the nut. I've moved it up 3 frets on with a cabo, because when it's at the nut, it's just about impossible for me to get my finger, my hand, my wrist, well, I'll say bent, but it doesn't bend, to get my fingers on the key, the fretboard where I need them, despite the wrist that doesn't bend. It's almost impossible down at the nut. When I bring it up those 3 frets, it does just about allow me to do it, I think. My eyelids are getting quite heavy though, so I think I'm probably going to call it a day pretty soon.
Totally makes sense, sir. Yeah, as you mentioned, practicing will make it better.
Oh yeah, I mean practice always makes better. I don't know if practice ever makes perfect, because to say something's perfect is really doing quite something, isn't it? But yeah, practice always makes better, but it's a bit like if you need 3 hands to play something and you've only got 2, there are certain things you just cannot do. So it's a bit like that. I've got 2 hands, but one of them is only like half a hand because the wrist doesn't bend. So it's whether I can compensate for that by leaning the. What I have to do is like lean the left shoulder right round and try to get the fingers coming down onto the strings when the wrist doesn't bend. That's really where the problem is. So, but the verse seems to be okay. There's some very awkward bits in the middle section. As I say, it's a bit like that with the F. So maybe I'll get there. It's a bit like sort of forcing something to happen that can't really happen very well. Cutaway engine, save fuel, save pollution of the atmosphere.
Yeah, I saw that bit of twist. It doesn't look the most comfortable way to play the guitar, but it's better than not playing at all.
You're right on both counts there. Yeah, it's definitely not comfortable. It's not painful. It's just frustrating because it's like oh, I can't describe it. It's like trying to scratch the back, a part of the back that you cannot reach. So you've got your fingers ready to scratch your back, but it's in a part of your back that your arm won't reach because it's either too short or it can't bend enough or whatever. And it's that frustration of you're trying to do something that actually can't happen, so you've got to find another way of doing it. So whether it's rub your back against a log or grab a back scratcher, but I can't grab an extension to my wrist and I can't cause the wrist to bend. It's just going to be stiff and stick like. So that's it's the frustration as much as anything else, and I just have to work around that and find a way of moving the body so that I can do it, possibly, but not guaranteed.
Yup, you will find it, sir, don't worry.
Probably, yeah. It's finding the position, if there is a position that I could get myself into. Not so much for the bit you've seen, but more for the middle section, because that middle section has got some more awkward bits in it. Although it might just be that because I haven't played it much yet. The middle section I haven't worked on so much. I've just worked on the introduction and the verse. So maybe when I get stuck into doing the middle section, maybe it will gel. Maybe it'll be okay. Hope so. If it does, then I'll upload the whole thing at some point. So I think I'm going to shove off now, Gaz. Thanks for joining me. Although you had to dip out for a while because of your loss of power, but maybe we'll meet up. I don't know, perhaps tomorrow night. I'm not sure what's happening tomorrow night yet, so we'll see. I'm just going to wait and see about tomorrow night, and if so, maybe we'll catch you there.
I'll be waiting to hear and enjoy.
Well, if it happens, you'll be able to hear, and I can only hope that you'll enjoy. That won't be anything quick either. That's because I'm only looking at it for about 10 minutes each day. In fact, I haven't looked at it at all today. I haven't played it at all today, any part of it. So it's going to be a long process. As long as I can just try and keep my fingers from being too sore, which they are toughening up again. After a 3-month break, the fingers went a bit soft, and that makes them hurt fairly quickly once you start playing again. Like the strings digging in the tip of your finger.
It's fine, sir. Take care. Have a good night.
And yourself. All right. Yeah. Have a good night. I'll catch you another time. Maybe tomorrow night. Okay. Yeah. Take care, guys. I'm going to close the stream now. So good night and TTFN.